Many people think that life insurance is needed when you are starting out in life and needing to protect your house and your family. That is not the only place life insurance is used for. Welcome back. We have a lot to get to with respect to life insurance. Now, what we're going to be covering today is all the uses of life insurance. And the very first use that we start out and thinking about when we're very young is income replacement. That's the number one reason why we think about getting insurance, is to replace the income that we may have been lost for the family if something happened to us. So what that looks like then is we can have group life from work, we can have term policies, we can have even some permanent policies, but all of that is designed to protect the income that you are bringing in every day through work. So this would be a strategy to protect the house and maybe pay off the mortgage. This would also be a strategy then to maybe have money set aside for schooling for the kids. This would also be a strategy to make sure that your spouse is taken care of as well, so that they have the ability to have a semblance of a normal life outside of you. That is the primary reasons and ways that we use life insurance. Well, that's not it. There are many other avenues and ways that we use life insurance. The second most common way then that life insurance is utilized is to be used for last expenses. So whether that's burial expenses, whether that is just making sure that last little details of debt are paid off, that's another use and aspect of life insurance. Now those can all be one and the same, an income replacement as well as last expenses. But when we talk about your wealth plan, when we talk about what is next with using life insurance, it doesn't just stop with an income replacement. We also start talking about estate planning. Now, estate planning in itself is something that not as many individuals have to worry about right now. We have a relatively high federal estate tax deduction or an exemption, so that we don't have to be paying taxes up to those thresholds. So those exempt the taxes up to those thresholds. Now because of that, because those thresholds right now are so high, the other avenues for life insurance are not necessarily estate tax, not necessarily income replacement. Now we get to focus on whether it is taxes related to your assets, or in one way, shape, or form, just income taxes in general. That's the last avenue that life insurance can really help protect, an income tax strategy. So wealth enhancement is talking about how we mitigate those taxes. Wealth protection then is coming in and saying how can we basically protect the things that you care about the most. And the income taxes can hurt your family. So what we want to do is use life insurance to protect some of those taxes that we would be owed. So in your passing, sometimes in passing, assets to other individuals would have tax owed on that. So what this is called then is income in respect to the decedent. And those types of taxes, those taxes that are going to be owed irregardless if you have an estate tax, are ones that can be avoided with the proper use of life insurance. So when we map out the estate, when we map out where taxes may be owed, estate taxes may not be a part of that, especially on the federal level. Now it depends on what state you're in, on the caps that they have as well. Maybe they do not follow the federal guidelines and they have a lower estate tax for your state, or maybe they do follow the federal guidelines and we don't have to worry about them. Outside of that, the income taxes that would be owed in transferring some assets, really not between spouses, but between you and other individuals, maybe children, or maybe even to other individuals completely. Tax may be owed irregardless of the estate tax. And that is where life insurance can come in to pay those taxes, so that you have the ability to pass on as much of the asset as possible, have the taxes paid for, and make sure that your family and those you care about are taken care of. So there are many uses for life insurance. One of them is an income replacement strategy, but more importantly, in today's day and age, an income tax strategy is what you really want to start preparing the uses for life insurance. With that, feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to discuss the uses and needs of life insurance in your personal wealth plan.